Good evening, viewers. Bearded Druid Gamer here with a stream of Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. Today we're going to be continuing the saga of the Belmont family. I believe last time we finished Castlevania Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate, and we followed the storylines of Gabriel Belmont after the events of Lords of Shadow 1. We also followed Gabriel's son, Trevor Belmont, who had a tragic end and a tragic revival as well. And then we also followed Simon Belmont, which is Trevor's son. And today we're going to be continuing on with Lords of Shadow 2, and this continues on the story of Gabriel Belmont. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get switched over, and we will get started. I've already adjusted the screen resolution settings, and right now it's loading this into the difficulty, and I was trying to get it before it just threw us into the game. So here we go. I'm going to do Creature of the Night.
Another futile attempt by the Brotherhood. My castle is under siege.
Castle is under siege, eh? Death. Has surprisingly good graphics for a this came out in 2000. I don't remember when this came out. It's been a while.
Steady, lads. We can take it. God protect us.
What a timely coincidence. I'm dying for a little drop of blood.
Die, devil! Come here! Charge!
Love how I've been talking this whole time, my mic off. It's wonderful. He's dying for a drop of blood, after all. Interesting. Uh-huh. There's some monkey bars, some rings. More quick time events. LT to highlight your path. Okay. So I am able to highlight my path now. And drop down. Push down on the left stick and push A to drop down. Alright, what's over here? Whole lot of nothing, it looks like. Go out here. Into the daylight. Nope, moonlight, actually. Why do they attack me at night when I'm at my strongest? That's a valid question, right? Why would they attack me at night when I'm at my strongest?
What is a man? But a miserable pile of secrets.
Alrighty. So you think you can handle me? Well, who do we have here? Who is this guy?
God is with me, monster.
God is with you. Alrighty. Well, I slayed a god once.
That will be your ruin.
The stench of your soul is disgusting.
Oh, that's unblockable. Oop. That's another unblockable. And that is not an unblockable. That is a...
The stench of your soul is disgusting.
Ooh.
You are going to die.
His machination is getting on my nerves. Why we do not take that opportunity to attack him mid-flight? He's a confident little knight, isn't he?
Break the castle.
Oh, I missed it.
Break the castle.
Again? And jump. Look, more people coming out. Face your doom.
Smash him against the castle.
Get back onto the Titan. Yep, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, there's like little rings that I have to climb on. I missed it. It was too early on that time. Alright, let's see. Onto the Titan. Huh. Okay. So I have to climb up. Yep, that's fine.
You shall not pass.
Ooh. Ow. Ow. Aha. There's two more. Sneaky, sneaky. You know, you're not very smart, are you? Oh, that's not good. Oh no, I'm trapped here. Whatever will I do? Not. It says I'm actually trapped here. Just using you for my own gains. Yeah. I'll climb up this way. Go up this way. Huh. Yep. Yep, you're a little slow on those shots. Yeah. Hey, you think you can shoot these locks out for me? That'd be great. I just stand here and wait for you, or? Yes, sir. Come on, just got one more for you to destroy. Why don't you come over here and destroy this one for me?
Come on then.
Hey, let me deal with these guys first. I don't think they're gonna let me open it. That will work. Ah, denied. Alright. That's good to know. Huh. Be helpful if I can move. I gotta climb up on those nubs on the other side, other teeth. Oh, it's easy. It's easy enough to do. Am I supposed to go this way? No, I am not supposed to go that way. Here I go again. Wait, what am I supposed to do here? I'm assuming grab one of these. Yeah, okay, here we go. Well, no, I'm stuck here. Whatever will I do? Oh, wait, I know. Come at me again.
Take him down.
Now that I'm in the face of your...
Tonight will be your last, Prince of Darkness.
Oh, you got me. Oh, no, I'm trapped. Whatever will I do? Oh, that was a little bit delayed. There we go.
Come on then.
I guess we can just move it. Oh, what a fancy little light crystal. Okay, let's just corrupt it by vomiting blood onto it. Wow. How big they are. Yes, sir. Well, that's one siege stopped. Sir, you just saw I took out your big old monster.
Your presence.
This is almost too easy. Alright, different form. Jump.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world. Back to hell, demon. That's all you've got.
Tracking on that.
Purge the world of your presence. Die, monster! You don't belong in this world. Come and face me.
Okay.
That's all you've got. That's all you've got. Go, cheat.
Okay. Ah. Oh yes, your holy cross will save you.
Istus regnat, Christus ab omni malo te defendat, maledictiat excommunicati daemones, in virtute storum factorum Dei
I was
nominum.
like you once. But your God showed me another path.
Messias, Emmanuel, Soter, Sabaoth, Agios, Inkyros, Athanatos, Jehovah, Adonai.
That's why the power of your God cannot destroy. Because I am his chosen one. Ubi fuerunt haec nomina et digna Dei, praecipimus vobis, atque legamus vos ut non habietus. Utestatum, pestem, nec aliquod, quodamque maleficium nocere incantationem neque, in anima nec in corpore.
Dang. Well, Gabriel was from the Order. False chosen one. Is that who I think it is? I think that was Alucard.
In ages long past, there was once a warrior who was both noble and brave beyond all measure. His deeds of heroism and skill in combat were legend. His name was whispered within the hallowed halls of men for countless generations. Yet now his name is lost. Lost in the mists of time forever. It is said that destiny delights in the misfortunes of men, and so it proved true for Gabriel Belmont. For even after defeating the Lords of Shadow and ending their reign of terror, his soul was consumed by the very darkness that he sought to destroy.
Yep, that's from the first game.
Ancient prophecy foretold. Whomsoever defeats the Lords of Shadow will sit upon their throne to rule as the Prince of Darkness. But before fate had played its hand, and unknown to Gabriel, his beloved wife Marie conceived a son by him. The Brotherhood of Light warned her of that ancient prophecy and the terrible fate which lay before her husband. So, with heavy heart, she concealed her pregnancy. For it is written that only the blood of that lineage has the power to defeat the Prince of Darkness. Thus, when newly born, the child Trevor was hidden from his father and raised a holy warrior of the Brotherhood in secret, so that one day he would be ready to stand against his own blood, as foretold. That day would come, some 25 years later, for what had once been Gabriel Belmont was now a powerful vampire known as Dracula.
That's Mirror of Fate.
Dragon. The Brotherhood of Light fought against the onslaught of his dark armies, which laid waste to towns and villages across the land, but to little avail. Trevor was now fully grown to manhood, and the truth of his origin and destiny of the Belmont clan was finally revealed to him. So he set out to confront his father and end his family's shame forever. But Trevor failed and was mortally wounded in the confrontation with his father. He was no match for Dracula's terrible power. Yet, as he lay dying, Trevor finally revealed his true identity. Dracula was driven mad with grief and rage over the revelation. He desperately sought to save his dying son by giving him his own lifeblood. But it was too late, or so he thought. Dracula buried his son within the walls of his great castle, and then swore bloody vengeance upon the world. Raising an army of creatures beholden only to him, he struck with fury and merciless cruelty at humanity. He vowed to hunt God's children for all eternity. But fate still had one last card to play. Dracula's blood had power, and that power now coursed through the veins of his dead son, slowly reviving him over many years, until one night he emerged once more into the world, not as a man, but as a creature like his father. What had once been Trevor Belmont was now gone forever. He was now a vampire like his father, though he swore that he would not be like him. he would take the name Alucard. He would be a force for good, opposing his father's capacity for evil. In that very moment, Alucard swore to destroy Dracula. But fate had something else in mind. Meanwhile, Trevor's own son grew into a fearsome warrior with a reputation that far exceeded even that of his illustrious father. Simon Belmont knew little of his own lineage, nor his importance in the events to come. All he knew was that his mother had died at the hands of Dracula's minions when he was but an infant, and his father had been killed in single combat with Dracula. Found and raised by the people of White Mountain,
So he thought.
Simon had but one purpose in life: to destroy Dracula for the murder of his parents. After years of training in the arts of war, Simon set off for Dracula's castle and a date with destiny. Once in the castle, Simon met Alucard, and knowing little of the true identity of his companion, joined forces with him. Blood bound them together, and fate took a hand once again, as finally they met their dreaded foe in mortal combat. Simon defeated Dracula with his whip, and yet Alucard sensed that all was not as it should be. Dracula would return.
Many centuries later. All right. Who do we have here? Gabriel? Or Alucard? Robert Carlyle. Patrick Stewart. He makes his triumphant return. Natasha McLoney. Richard Madden.
An unusual hiding place for the Prince of Darkness.
Patrick
Don't
Stewart.
you think?
Zobek, where have you been all this time?
And what of you? Why have you been hiding all this time?
I've been dead.
Gabriel.
Don't you dare call me that. Saint Dracul. What do you want, old friend?
Satan's acolytes are readying for his imminent return. Help me stop him. Or you and I will become his favorite pets. For all eternity.
Okay, so Zobek was already here, so this was actually like the outro scene from the original Lords of Shadow, where he got pushed through the window and fell onto the street and realized it's pretty much modern times now. Yeah, kind of modern times now. Yes, I fell out into the street and landed all triumphant like.
Help me, and I can free you of your immortality.
Yeah, man, you look like shit. Yeah, no, I love that part too. Hey, Griff, welcome by the way. Just saying, this game kind of looks amazing for being made or released in 2014.
Please, get help yourself.
Oh, you offering your hand to me? Shall I drink from your hand?
Here, do you want some gear?
Gear? He sells gear? Ah, okay. Well, let's see. Here we have a creature of the night. Juicy. Mind sharing. Ow. Oh, I forgot how to dodge. I'm trying to use the B button to dodge. It was a horrible dodge. I could block too, I suppose. Maybe I'm supposed to lose? You just got sliced in half. Yeah. Why, hello. Yes, sir, it looks that way.
Let us out of here!
What have I brought us here? What do they want from us?
Who is this man, Mum? Is he asleep?
I don't think so. Katie, come here.
Look, Daddy, the man's moving.
A man's moving.
Stay away from me. Catherine, you come here! Now! Let's get here! You stay away from them!
Oh. Ugh. You poor, unfortunate soul.
Help!
Yep, there's... My first victim. Drink. Drink. Or not. Let's let him die. Rather go for the screaming women, right? Drink. Oh, I like that. Like, literally drains her dry. Oh, I'm healed. Okay, enough with the screaming lady.
It pleases me to see you recovered, old friend.
Zobek.
Indeed, old friend.
No!
I thought he died, though.
Relax. Our guest is just a little confused.
Though
I
he
know
is
what
what?
he wants.
He was a necromancer, so...
You see before you
Immortal.
the
Yeah, that would
legendary
make sense.
vampire killer. Your old weapon, if you recall.
I thought I
The only
crushed it.
weapon capable of ending your immortal life. You thought it destroyed. But
I
you
did.
see, you can have the eternal rest you crave after all.
And I know. It's just an illusion.
First, you must help me. Prevent Satan's return to the world. Then, I swear to you, I will deliver the fatal blow to your heart myself.
And I am sure you will fulfill that vow.
He's like, I'm not sure you will.
Since you sent Satan back to hell 1,000 years ago, his human offspring, or acolytes as they call themselves, have been dormant. I suppose that all of us, feared your wrath and great power.
So he's an acolyte of
But
Satan.
not now. Now, even my bodyguard is more than a match for you. The acolytes know you are weak and are preparing for their father's return. Now they fear nothing.
Don't they fear the mighty Zobek?
Only you, in full possession of your powers, can defeat them. Follow me, please.
Walk this way.
We must find and destroy the acolytes before they can finalize their preparations for Satan's return. It won't be easy.
That
They
it
govern
won't
the
be.
world of men from the shadows. Not even I know with any degree of certainty who or where they are. They won't come out into the light unless we can force their hand. The acolytes must never know who hunts them down. The element of surprise will give us the advantage. Until you are at full strength again.
And you don't know who they are or where they are.
Did you know that this city is built upon the foundations of your castle? The acolytes are focusing their attentions here for very good
Alright, man.
reason.
You have a good night, Griff. And
Satan has
hopefully we can do a
specifically
co-op
chosen
stream on
this
Friday.
place for his return.
Be looking forward to it.
He means to enslave you first, to humiliate you for what you did to him.
Let's get on with it.
Yeah, I'm 1339 right now. That's with the artifact though, so well, I mean, yeah, gonna have to be with the artifact, but
not impossible to follow.
I'm getting up there.
This is the headquarters of a powerful pharmaceutical corporation.
Yes, for sure. No, I've just been getting geared by running Volta Glass and trying to get 1,000 voices.
2
So
months ago and is protected by magic. If I were to use my powers to see what is happening there, they would be able to trace it back to me within a matter of minutes.
1339 or 1340, dude. We're like neck and neck.
I will send you to the corporation via a portal. But we must be quick so as not to arouse suspicion. The longer the portal remains open, the more likely we will be discovered. Look for any sign
Alright,
of
man.
the acolyte.
Thanks. And yes,
But be careful.
have a good night, and we will
What are
talk
you
again.
waiting for?
Alright, so Griff said that probably this area is pretty challenging. Let's see how challenging this is. Stealth is key. Let's see how stealthy we can be. Get an outfit change? Yes, sir, I do. Alright, you can now check your travel book. Press back to open it. This is your travel book. Use it to find and select missions at any time. Press A to continue. Main mission, I must investigate Bioquimic Corporation. It's like, I don't know, biogenics, quick, and medical. Skills. This is the skills page in your travel book. Use it to buy new skills and see the mastery level of your weapons. Basic action, the Shadow Whip. I kind of just mark all these as red. Area attack, jump, yep, yeah, we know all this. Sprint. Sprint is left stick times 2, yep. Block is LT, which I forgot. Dodge is LT plus L stick. Stomp is LT plus A in the air. Grab and interact is B. Experience points. Experience points when you defeat enemies, although you can also obtain by exploring the world. Experience points you use acquire combat skills, relics, and other valuable items that you will find in your venture. The number under Dracula's health bar indicates the number of experience points available to be spent. The number will shine when you have enough to buy a new combat skill in the travel book. And then weapon mastery. Must master each one of its skills. Each skill has its own mastery container, which is filled by using the skill. Once the container is full, you can transfer the mastery achieved to the corresponding weapon. Master as many skills as you can to level up your weapons. Alrighty. Back to the map. Wait, there's more skills? Wait, do I? Oh, okay, yeah, I gotta select that to view it. Can I just show it? Leap over behind your enemies, yep. XXX after a synchronized block. That's the heavy attack. That's the Y attack. Holding Y. YA. Y in the air. Alright, yeah. I believe these are all skills that I have unlocked already. So, XXX in the air. Hold X while in the air. Hold Y in the air, which I believe that's a... yeah. Like a tornado down kind of thing. Alright, and items. This is the item page in your travel book. Use it to find out what weapons, powers, and special objects you have. Inventory. Heart of Dracul. Alright. The Shadow Whip. Yep. And there's lore. The lore page. Dracula. Yep. We'll just clear all these out real quick. Zobek's Sorcery. And Zobek's Lieutenants. Ah. Masamune, capable of going beyond the material realm. Interesting. Alright, little hiccup there. Well, what is that? That's experience. Can I destroy cars? Does not look like it. There's boxes to destroy, though. Don't mind me, I'm just going to destroy a whole bunch of crates and boxes. Try to get some experience points early on. And I destroyed garbage cans. Oh, there's something there. New artwork acquired. Enough experience points to buy your first skill. Press back to A, selects Shadow Whip. Skills are Dracul. I have 150. So what can I buy? 800, 800, 200. Oh, there's 150. I can buy that skill, which is LT plus A. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy that. Start the path. Go ahead and close the book. Oh, there's more. Cars driving by. Oh, what's this? Get this memorial. City Memorials chronicles the ancient light. On the exact spot of this memorial, what are known as the Chronicles of the Ancient Light were discovered 500 years ago. These apocryphal texts detail the horrific experience of those who managed to escape from the claws of Dracula. Most of them lost their mind and parts of their bodies, too, devoured by ghouls, vampires, and heartbeats. Ugh. These survivors soon died of the most awful infections and deliriums. However, a few miraculously managed to return safe and sound. Thanks to them, maps of the inside of the castle and precise tales of the horrors that took place inside were pieced together. It was the great Roland de Roncesvalles, Paladin of God, who made military use of these maps, gaining knowledge of the castle that, in hindsight, was crucial to defeating the Prince of Darkness. Alright, Alright, you got some, Can I move this box? No, I cannot move that box. Alright. Open up the door. Destroy the stuff. Yeah, look. We got another thing. What is that? Lore items? Red glow over an object indicates that it can be broken with your shadow daggers. Okay. Red glow over an object. Shadow daggers. Alright. I can open this door now. Can I break the boxes behind me first, though? What do we have here? Oh, it's a big guy. He's got a gun, too.
I sense the presence of a Golgoth guard. You are no match for this enemy.
Interesting.
Hide.
Hide? Where am I supposed to hide? Where am I supposed to hide? Okay.
I can hide there.
I can hide there. Press B to hide in the dark. I want to exit the shadow portal. B to restore your appearance. And go with the rats.
The guard hasn't seen you. Get close to him and use your power of possession, if you remember how to use it.
Press B to possess the guard. Alright, so I can't attack in this form.
My blood is destroying this being. I don't have much time.
Not a whole lot of time. Use this device.
Access granted.
Well, he served his purpose. Checking in my travel book. Yeah, I'll do that in a little bit. Just gonna destroy some stuff real quick. Huh. There's something there. Alrighty. How about this area right here? No? Nothing? Alright. Well, I'll just destroy that and be on my way. Close the sluice gates.
Sealing decontamination hatch. Releasing decontaminating steam. Please wait. Area decontaminated.
Releasing decontaminated
Hold your position
particles.
until the hatch is completely open.
Uh-oh, we got another guy. Ah, I see. Okay. And I'm assuming I'm supposed to go up by the electrified whatchamacallit. Distract certain enemies by firing a bat swarm at them. Press D-pad left to select the bat swarm. Press and hold right trigger, and then release it to shoot. Come on, Oaf, they're just bats. Distract the other guard. You might be able to reach there and climb. Okay. Try reaching there now. Go. Huh? What was that? Gonna look up. Is he? Do they ever look up? Yeah, you can't really attack when there's enemies nearby, or at least enemies that you do not yet have the power necessary to get here. That's okay, I'll just go this way.
Who are you?
Follow me if you wish to recover your sword.
I'm gonna be recovering my sword? Is that what he said? Am I teleporting or going back in time? I think we're going back in time.
What kind of miracle is this?
Bernard's Wing. The Soldier's Diary. Memory of Sir William Rem. We've been so naive. We thought we could enter the Dracula's castle, defeat his army, and avoid all of his traps without suffering any damage. Damn, the captain and his stupid fairy tales. Now I see the pack of lies they used to swell our pride. Brandish the pen and describe what you see so that our comrades learn of your heroic feat, he told us. My story ends in this cold corner, brother, without the cheers of the people or the sound of the shining trumpets. Before finishing my writing, I must tell you that not everything in this place brings death. Until now, I have survived thanks to some strange artifacts that hide valuable secrets. I trust that you will find them and that their content will help you in your fight. Alas, it's already too late for me. Alright. This is a blood fountain. Use it to recover your life points. Okay. That makes sense. Dishearten the statue. Slurpy, slurpy. Okay. What is it? There's... Can't go over that way. Hello. What's this? Use this pain box. What is the pain box for? Alright, is that like a shadow gem? Alright, question though. What is over here? What's up here if I jump over here? Is this just a different way to go? I think that's the way I'm supposed to go. So hold on, there was another path down here that I want to go explore. Yes, up here. Take me this way. Ah, there we go. Another pain box. Caused me some pain, but hey, I got another gem. Got 2 gems. Yeah, I hear you, bats. Can I reach you? Yes, alright. Moving on up in the world. Whose statue is this?
Am I truly here?
Am I truly back in Dracula's castle? In my own castle, for that matter? Is this my sword? Yeah, it looks like a lever of some sort. And am I supposed to go this way? Does not look like it. Alright, let's go to the glowing lever then.
Blood is clogging the mechanism.
Appears there's blood clogging the mechanism. Whee! Aha! Jumping puzzle. Supposed to go over there. See if I can't backtrack though. And I fell. Okay, there's a pain box in here. I don't know why I did that, but okay. Right, I got another gem. Ah, okay, life gem. Increase your health capacity. There's another pain box right here. How do I get to this one though? To open the doors or something. That looks like a skeletoid. Yeah, I don't think I can interact with those things. Climb back up here. Swing to gather momentum, and then jump to the next Candelabra. Of course, I figure there's a pain box here. Ah, feels so good. Hurts so good. Alright, just need one more.
You'll pay for what you did to me and my mother.
Trevor?
Trevor as a kid. Very interesting. Get some experience here. Interesting, so this bat's there. So climb out over here. Jump up over here. Then jump up here. Collect this guy's diary. Soldier's diary. Orders from Curious Andreas. Mission orders for Corporal First Class Andreas, Detachment 114. We have been informed of the existence of an enormous creature made of blood and stone that wanders through Bernhard's wing. Its origin is unknown, but it may be a powerful ally of the Prince of Shadow himself. Ugh. Your task is limited to observing it and reporting to the Council of Wise Men on your investigation. Under no circumstances must you come into contact with it or alert it in any way of your presence. Furthermore, you must continue the work of one of your comrades who ignored our orders, conducting reconnaissance on the area in search of the hidden relics he said he'd seen. Remember that no matter what happens, your presence must go entirely undetected. Well, I have a feeling we detected his presence. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, I can't get through there yet. What about over here? Is this... Can't... Wait. Is that my sword? Is that a sword? Of some sort? It's probably something I have to... like blood sacrifice or something like that. Alright. I have enough experience points to upgrade a skill. Why? Yes, I do. Yeah, it sounds like it's about to break. Alrighty, we'll continue on. See what we can gather. That my sword. The sword of my swords. The voice.
Your place is here. This is your home. We are your true.
Please stay with us.
I was looking where to jump. Alrighty. Is the creature made of blood? But I have a void sword now. Yeah, recover the power of the void power. Use the void sword to steal life points from your enemies. Oh. And avoid magic. Focused in combat. Light all of the runes of the focus bar by hitting enemies and avoiding damage. Getting hit breaks your focus. Yes, it does. Enemies will drop blood orbs after each successful hit. Now absorb blood orbs into the void magic. Press and hold the left stick button to absorb blood orbs. Oh, I should have jumped. Ow, that reach though. Alright, that did a decent amount of damage. Now he's pumped up. Ready to go. Ow. Aerial attacks. You can dodge in the air? Yes, you can. Blood is vulnerable. Attack the blood. Yep, I figured as much. Ow. I feel like I was kind of like... making you? I'm not making you do anything! Oh shit. Quick time events. Gotta love them. How can I ignore you? You're all up in my face.
You can't destroy
I can't destroy you, eh?
You belong to us.
I think I just destroyed you. Crushed rock. The whetstone? Primordial stone? Is that what that said? Ah, Primordial Void Gem. Briefly with a void protection. Look around to find more. Yeah, there's probably something here. Is that what magic? It's a magic font. Approach it to use it to recover your magic. Recover my magic. Alright, so it kind of doubles up on that. That's pretty good. Ooh, a heart. A juicy heart. Buy a new experience point. I have basic actions. New basic actions. Combat focus. Secondary weapons. Shadow void projections. Okay. Then bat swarms distracts people, void power. Alright. Plague of rats. Vampiric possession. Okay. Oh my, that's a lot. We'll just quickly look through these. Alright. Should probably master my Shadow Whip. I feel like I'm going to be using that a lot more. Combined sweep. Bind whip. Counter-strike whip. Yeah, kind of want that. Let's go ahead and get that. Skill acquired. And I do not have enough experience by this, which is the leaping over. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's basically the Counter-strike whip after leaping over enemies, which is holding LT plus A. Alright. Press LB to activate your void powers. Press and hold right trigger. Aim and shoot. Temporary frozen waterfall, eh? Now this is where I have to jump up to it. Oh, it didn't last long at all. What is this? Approach the relic to take it. Aha. Tears of a Saint. Covers Dracula's health completely and temporarily increases its maximum health. Press and hold D-pad down to open the relics menu. Use the right stick, select it, activate, and press by pressing and holding right trigger. Okay. So it's... I don't want to use it right now, though. Only looks like it's a one-use item. So I don't want to use it right now. Let's see if I can backtrack a little. What is this? Oh, I don't have the dungeon key, apparently. Okay, okay. This is how I get back through this area. Wait, does it increase? No, it just temporarily increases. I mean, that's nice, but... It's a one-use item, so I would have preferred not to use it if I could have. Using the pain box. On a Void Gem, collect 5 to increase your Void magic capacity. Alrighty, that's good to know. And that's where I just came from. Let's see. More areas to freeze. Looks like. Is that gonna give me... Prayers of the One-Eyed Gregory. Our Father, give me strength, protect me from the centuries lying in wait, and offer me support in this fateful day. I know you still have plans for me, and as you have enabled me to see the light of a highly valuable item at the top of the torrent of water, if only you would consider bestowing upon me the talent to freeze the current to climb up, I could reach it and complete my mission. In the end, I interpret your work in this world, and it is your will that dictates each one of my acts. It is true that I doubted you once, then my faith was not strong enough, and I allowed an arrow to pierce my eyelids. But this time I am convinced that you will help me. Thank you, Lord. I don't think he's here to help you. Right trigger? The right trigger? I thought it was right trigger. Hold right trigger. Does it have to be with the... Yes, it does. Has to be with the, Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, shiny item right here. Good old pain box. Oh look, max life. I have 5 gems. Now I can increase my max life. Oh my gosh, that was a large life boost. Alright, there's, assume you can jump down from there, but I would like to jump down. Oh shoot, not there. That was close. Now let's see. If I were to jump from over here. Yeah, I could make that. Easy. Obtain another pain box. Another gem from the pain box. Select 5. Increase their void magic capabilities. A little sprint jump. Did I miss anything else down here? No, that looks like just a way up. Yeah. Get that furniture.
Stop. My lord. My friend.
We will kill anyone who tries to take you away from me.
I think he was trying to take me away. Ah.
No.
Ah, blood possession.
This boy is under my protection.
You're not our lord anymore!
Did I piss him off? Alright, he's gonna try and grab the boy now. Ow. Seems like it's a little bit easier to get the focus up. I don't know if it's just because I'm familiar with the combat now and
Son. I had no choice.
Yes. You did.
Take this. Use it, and I will come.
okay.
Is this real?
No, it's not real.
Or just a dream?
Just a dream. Alright. White Wolf Medallion. There's nothing stronger than the love of a father for his son, and even Dracula is able to show it through his tortured memories. The medallion is nothing more than the physical representation of those memories, forged by a deep feeling that binds him to his firstborn, tempered by the regret of having bequeathed to him his fateful destiny. The white wolf is his symbol, his constant between worlds, and his guide on his journey from the present to the past. Wherever its mark is found, he can call on it again. Okay, so wherever that is found? Yeah. Ooh. Oh. That was the sound of my, I was like, alright, can I get up here? Can get up here. What can I do up here is the other question. Destroy that box. Yeah, these chairs. Man. Hate these chairs. Hate this furniture. Nothing like a pain box. Found a void magic gem. Yes, I know. How do I get up there? How do I get over there? I have all these questions. There's like nothing for me over there. Mess these chairs up. Yeah. Alright, I don't see a way up there just yet, so maybe this is something I have to come back to at some point. Alright, press B to use the wolf medallion. Yeah, that's where the white wolf comes from. And now I have to climb up there. Wait, don't leave. Don't leave. There's still an item over there. It's an item I can't reach yet. Into the darkness. Uh-oh.
Where are you taking me? We will follow you wherever
Maybe Zobek might have actually been telling the truth. But,
I'm back in the real world.
well, at least a present world. Press B to use the wolf medallion. If I don't want to use the wolf medallion right now, though. Although I can actually unlock a new skill. We'll go to skills. And we shall buy a new skill. Sustained whip. Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite. Let's get this one. I just hate buying those types of skills because I don't know if I'm ever going to use it. Guillotine. While airborne. Yeah, I'll use that too. Good old guillotine. Oi. Here comes the blood. What is that? Yeah, does this link me to the other one? Other, yeah. I didn't go very far, did I? Really didn't go very far. Just kind of crossed this platform. That was about it. Oh, boxes are back. This experience hack right here. Aha. Okay. So I get more health. Freeze air? Ooh. And then I need to quickly go over here. Turn into a little rat. And quickly come over here. Speed across to the other side. While running, press A to jump. Yeah, I got some XP. Just for running. Aha. Don't touch the electrical current. Why are you looking back all wonky like? I'm gonna say here. Yeah. Let's go exploring. I got 9 rats with me. Can I not go this way? Is that what it's telling me? I cannot go this way. And I cannot go this way. That's what it's telling me. Alright. Cannot go those ways yet. But that's okay. I will go this way. Don't die, my rat brethrens. Or, oh, it's like 9 lives. I guess if one rat dies, then I take on the form of, or I take over another rat. Alright, Come on, there's... Yeah. Uh-huh. I don't trust you. Alrighty. Well, yes, that is what happens. Gnaw this wiring. What? Do I get to take over the technician? Come with me, my rat brethrens. Hello. Probably need to go back here. Restore my appearance. Mm-hmm. What happens when I... I was supposed to take over the other guy. This is not good. Don't mind me, I'm just a zombie. Trying to get out of your view before... Okay. So then... let's do the bats on the technician. Wow, he doesn't give a rat's ass about the technician. Wouldn't even let me attack. Every time I tried to attack, he just blasted me. Loading.
It's obvious that some powerful follower of Satan is hiding behind all of these demons.
Yeah, I can't connect right now. Is the technician out there? Yeah. So homeboy doesn't give a rat's ass about the technician. I have to avoid him. I possess him. Am not just supposed to wait until the timer runs out? Let's find out. Nope, not supposed to do that. Die! Alright,
Satan's acolytes must surely be behind this demon-infested carnage.
What other strategy can I use? I know. Maybe. I'm thinking we go to rat form. We're going through here. And we already chewed on that cord. We can't chew on that cord. Out of the way. Out of the way, my rat plague. We can't do that. Do I have to time it right? Like... That's like a retinal scanner, right? He doesn't give a rat's ass about the technician. We can try the technician again. He doesn't give a rat's ass about the technician. Am I supposed to be a rat? And maybe I have to take over him. Let's wait, it's not gonna let us use this thing now, is it? Oh, I guess it does. Alrighty, it was that simple. I'm over here overthinking it, like, oh, I'm gonna get the technician, then I'm gonna run to the rats, and then I'm gonna get the rats and go out by the time the next technician goes through. No. It's much simpler than that.
Releasing decontaminating steam. Please wait. Disinfection guaranteed. Opening hatch. Please wait.
Disinfection guaranteed. Uh-oh, this guy's in yellow suits now.
Stay where you are. Something's wrong here. They are synthesizing a substance, a gas. They plan to release it into the atmosphere to infect the people.
How do you know that?
Tonight.
How do you know that?
There's something else. There is someone special here. Different from the others.
He definitely knows more than he's leading on to be.
I'm being sensed. I'm going to retreat. Be careful.
escape!
I mean, his body was gonna break down anyways.
Don't breathe the gas!
Yeah, just don't breathe, guys. That's fine. They're turning into monsters. Oh, hello, monsters. There we go. Cthulhu? Oh no. It's like a wraith or something.
You need to capture her and bring her to me. We should be able to discern much from her regarding these acolytes and their plans.
If I had known you were coming, I would have made myself more presentable. Who are you and what do you want? Oh, I see now why you're here.
Ah, I do now.
I'm gonna have such fun with you.
It's like a wraith or something. Oh, okay. Oh, she's quick. Yeah, she's super quick.
Good for you. Find a way to slow her down.
Slow her down.
If you can.
Perhaps you can cool her off somehow.
I find you very attractive. Oh, you're good. I like a man who takes control. Looks like I'm gonna have to get my hands dirty with you. I promise it'll be short and sweet.
I'll talk. No, she's actually got powers, but you know.
Give me a bit more time. Let's make this more exciting.
That's one way to avoid those. Or just get hit by them. Shall we? Can we not? Am I really, though?
You've no idea what you've got yourself into.
Alright. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Oh, scheiße. She's frozen. Okay, there's her health bar.
Let's make this more exciting.
Ow. I don't think she was expecting that.
No. Only unconscious.
I'm opening a portal.
Very interesting. Enough experience points to upgrade a skill. Bind whip. Well, that's mastery, isn't it? Mastery level. Level 1. But I can't. I can. That's a high power finishing attack. Okay. Okay, those are mastery. Skill does not generate. Alright, somersault whip. Then counter strike whip. Sustained whip. Okay, so just upgrade that. Skill acquired. Bind sweep. Adds 2 additional. Can drive back surrounding foes. Alright, good to know. And what's this? This is... Hold the X button longer to perform powerful upward strike after landing the guillotine. Cha-cha-cha. Yes, sir. I'll buy the upgrade for that. Alright. Yeah, I don't know if there's any upgrades for anything else. Secondary weapon. Ensnared demon. Right trigger. Energy of the ensnared demon constantly generates the chaos and void magic for a limited time. When its influence finishes, the host magic reserve is depleted. Activating the ensnared demon will cancel any other timed relic in use. Press and hold D-pad down to open the relic menu. Stola's clock. Slows down with each strike of your weapon and awards extra experience points for every hit you make. Activating the Stola's clock will cancel any other timed relics in use. Interesting. So soon probably good for... Would have been good to use for that boss battle, because then I could have gotten more experience. But hey, I didn't know. Now I know. But I think with there, we're actually going to call it a night. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. If you did enjoy the stream, I would appreciate a follow. You can find me on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at Bearded Druid Gamer. Until Friday, where hopefully we'll be doing maybe some dungeons in Destiny. We shall see. Anyways, until next time, have a great night.